Here's my three inputs to control the RGB LED. I'm trying to use the potentiometer to control the green LED, the photoresistor to control the blue, and the thermoresistor to control the red. First, I set up all of my ports for my RGB and my analog ports. Then I also made two variables for the thermoresistor for its cold value that I found via the debugger, about 145, and its warm value about 168. I found this useful because over the course of test trying this, it was getting nighttime where I live, and so the room temperature was steadily falling as the sun went down, and so I kept having to change my values way down in my function. I decided just to make one easy to find spot for my cold and warm values if I ever needed to change them. They're just two variables right here. Up next, set up my pins. Here's that debuggers I use. Right now it's set up to measure the thermal port. It's commented out at the moment, but this is what I uncommented and turn on to get that those cold and warm values from the thermoresistor. And then all I have inside my main loop is my three functions, potentio, thermo, and photo, which redirect down here. My potentio port is controlling the green with the potentiometer. And so I'm going to comment out thermo and photo so we can just see potentio working. And if I download that, and we come over to our board, see it's green, and as I turn the potentiometer here, it goes from dimly green all the way up to very brightly green. I used the mapping function over here, knowing that the potentiometer goes from 0 to 1023. I mapped that to the LED's value from 0 to 255 so that it matches up nicely, and pretty much the same setup for the others. The actual values here vary depending on the sensor. So next, let's look at thermo. We already saw how I mapped the thermo buttons up top to the cold and warm value. And if we go load it, go over here, thermo is red because warm. And we'll see as I cover up the thermo sensor, it gets more and more red, brighter and brighter and brighter, because it's getting hotter with my hand. Going back, last but not least, let's turn on uncomment out photo, download that. For the photometer, I found ambient was about 30, going down to 0 for absolute darkness, and up to 325 is about as bright as I could get with a flashlight. And so over here, we can see it's turned on. If I cover it, cover it, you can see it starts to dim. Starts to dim as I cover it, go into shadow. If I have my light, it would get brighter as the more light goes into the photoresistor right there. Well, let's try turning them all on and see what happens when all three of them are working together. And one final download. Maybe I'm like, ooh, that's a little too much green, so let's turn the green down. Maybe let's turn the red up. Maybe let's turn down the blue with the shadow. Turn up the green a little bit. There, that's about an equal mix to make a nice white light right there to end it.